Hello, fellow artists and other undervalued members of society. You see this buttery smooth, glowy glass skin? Or this one? If you want to know how to draw that, it's your lucky day, because this is exactly what I'm going to show you today. The first step for me is obviously changing the color of the line art, because I hate coloring under black line art. That is way too strong, so I just changed the color to like orangish reddish by overlocking the line art layer and just using an airbrush and orangey color to color it. Now fast shading layering 2 to fill in the eyes with very bright white color this time, and something I thought will look really bad on the drawing, which is white eyebrows, but it looked good. You'll see. Remember to draw everything on separate layers. They are not there just for a joke. You have this option to have a lot of layers for a reason, so use it. Pretty please. And then the other thing that makes your life easier, which you already should know, because you should have watched every video on my YouTube channel already, but if you didn't, then you should. Separating the face into 3 parts. It's the middle, which is warm, the bottom on the chin, which is colder, like grayer, because of the sky reflecting from the floor on the chin, and on the forehead it's going to be yellow. And those colors might differ depending on when you're where you're standing. Because when you stand on like a very warm floor, like for example on a sand is yellow, it will reflect yellowish color. So it's not a rule, but it always looks good. The camera is not 100% true. I will try to record the next video by just recording the screen on my iPad, which is very difficult because my iPad doesn't have a lot of storage, and when I record screen on my iPad and the storage is empty, it will just delete the whole thing. Okay, now the most important thing of this video is how to do the skin. So what I do is, as you can see, I use a hard edges brush. It is the fast shading layering 2 from Cartoonish Makeup Brush Set, and I just create shapes of color. I am, of course, using a reference, so you should too. And every few steps, I will be blending it out. So don't care about what it looks like. Don't care about the whole aesthetic of it yet. What's important is what it will look like when you blend it out, because you're going to blend it out and layer and blend it out and layer and over again until it's exactly what you want. I started doing it because I realized it creates a lot of depth. So yeah, I'm sorry about the sudden change of the colors, but my camera just did something weird, and yeah, I can't help it. I'm sorry. Of course, we are going to add some abstract things to the face. We are not going to make it completely realistic, because that's not what we do on here. But the base of the skin is going to be pretty realistic. It's going to be realistic, simplistic on a cartoonish sketch. And then actually the final steps of drawing the skin are going to add a little bit more edge, a little bit more like creative, abstract details. You will see me create more and more contrast, because to create like a good shape for a nose, it's often much easier to do it with a low contrast. So I just do it. I make my life easier. Why not? I create the overall shape and I go lighter and lighter and lighter in certain spaces, certain places. And in some places I go darker and darker and darker. And like this, you can decide where you want to go even darker and which places just to keep the same value as it is right now. And like that, you can create very nice details that are soft because they look the best that way. Some details should be just softer, and going step by step from very low contrast to high contrast, you can leave some things out to be low contrast and avoid a lot of mistakes. So I really do recommend it. To help making your drawing look softer, use an airbrush, a basic airbrush, and go over some places, like what I'm going to do right now above the eye. It's important to do that above the eye, and the best way for me to do that is just with an airbrush. It can go over the top, it doesn't matter, it makes it look even softer. And then to make your drawing pop a little bit more, remember to use some harsh strokes, just like me right here, the blue strokes. And what I'm going to do in a second is giving the eyelashes and keeping the eyelashes pretty harsh. Harsh details are eye-catching. So if you want your viewers of your drawing to look at a certain point and a certain area, make sure to add some harsh details right there. You can see me struggling, maybe not really struggling, but I do take my time in creating the perfect eyelashes. Eyelashes are the most important thing in my drawing. No, that's not true. That's not true. For my eyelashes, I use my Perfect Eyelashes brush set, and I always use the draw and hold option so I can perfect it. If you have it turned off, you can just turn it on in the options in the settings of Procreate. Now you can see me adding some harsh highlights. This is one of the harsh details I was talking about, also very important for me. This gives your character a lot of character. Yeah. Remember to make it on a separate layer because you can overdo it. And sometimes you might not see exactly why it doesn't look that good. So turn it on and off and on and off. And maybe delete some of the highlights so it is just not too highlighty. I don't know. Okay, so this is it for today. Guys, I hope you liked this video. This is the final result. I am very proud of this drawing. I hope you liked this tutorial. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment below. And if you want to get my brushes, you can go to the link in my description. It's aliciaprince.com. I assure you, those are the best brushes you will ever use. Also, you can support me on Patreon. That's where I share my speed paints. I share wallpapers. I give you the original Procreate files that you can download and see all of my layers and how it's all done. I also share some very special, unique Procreate brushes on there. And for now, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.